Hold on 1 second.
We live once again.
Hey, we saw your Discord.
Okay. And we're seeing Discord again, I think.
Discord. It's still your Discord. There we go.
Much better. We're back.
Yay!
We have the echo again.
Fuck.
Yeah, I don't think it can. We've already crashed like 3 times. I swear to God, I am just so freaking upset. Okay, so I guess if I click on something too many times, it just breaks. So I'm going to see what happens if I click this. You know, I'm not even gonna bother. You guys know the name. It's in the. I'm just going to delete this text, or just.
Watching Tuba just spin around.
Goals.
This is our life now.
We're
Alright.
live, like we are live. You guys can type in suggestions.
Yes, is the echo turned off?
Yes. Should
Okay,
be.
then we can start again. Alright, that was actually an entry process. You had to crash and wait multiple times. I think that stopped spinning the... Oh god, here we go again.
Speed.
Why? Nope, we still have the echo.
Well, at this point I can't really fix it, because I don't know what's going on. I muted the audio output capture, so that shouldn't be the issue.
Let's just keep going.
You know what? This should work. Now I muted my desktop audio and enabled the audio output capture.
Alright, in any case, we'll start again. Hope my voice isn't too distracting. It's not distracting anyone. Alright, you look outside your window once again, and you find that the land is... Well, first off, your college didn't have this much... It had a bit more grass than this. It's just orange now. Orange rocks. These clouds are pink and purple. The sky is dark but light some distance. Then you go out the window. Since your dorm is no longer attached to the rest of the building, you find that the sun here is always in a perpetual state of setting. It's peeking out over the horizon like a metaphor I can't make at the moment. And then suddenly, imp.
Suddenly imp. Oh lord, I'm...
So guys, what are you going to do to the imp? With the imp?
Right now they're just talking
At the
about
end.
what kind of hair they're gonna have because Saint happened to ask that question.
Oh.
Now we're gonna
Yeah, I'm sorry, I crashed the party. So I'm gonna give
with
them takeover.
a delay, keeping audience participation high is going to be a challenge, but since one of you ever had it easy.
Cue hair, and we're gonna seduce the imp.
All right, we have two. All right, we are PG-13, so we cannot seduce the imp. We shove the imp in the tuba. That's certainly an option.
Just shove the imp in the tuba, just thunk right on top of it. No. Like that in this household. Anyway, we're gonna shove the imp in the tuba.
That would constitute a grappling check, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Actually, let's say yes. All right, so that would be a grappling check. Let me just. Let's see. Okay, that's what we do. We have an average shot at this. It's in athletics. Ours isn't negative, unlike engineering or investigation, anything to do with being smart. Oh, look, a 19. All right, so you take your tuba and you just slam it down on them, and you just have an imp wriggling its little toes and legs outside the tuba. You're not sure what this accomplished, but you gained 10 XP anyway.
The imp is dead. Played it too well on the imp. Do it.
All right, good enough. You proceed to play the tuba. It's jammed. Wonder why.
Pog into the tuba really hard. Shoot imp from tuba. Blast an F to fire it. We're gonna shoot the imp out the window now too.
All right. So shoot out into the sun. Pog. How do you even pog into the tuba? Make him your imp friend. All right. So what happens is you end up playing the tuba anyway, and the imp gets blasted out of the tuba and across the ground. When the imp gets back up, they offer you their hand in friendship because anyone who is that insane is best appeased than opposed. Congratulations, you are now officially too scary to mess with.
What kind of horns does this troll have?
Yeah, that was what I was gonna ask.
So, in the meantime, imp has been blasted.
All right, you take their hand and you preach to them about how math is a conspiracy theory made up by the big nut industry to sell more peanuts and cashews to the masses. You also tell them about the wonders of anime, and you start an anime club. It's a club which is yourself and Imp, but, more will come in time. You then get a message from your co-player reminding you that you are still in a speedrun and you need to get to your first gate. They tell you that you need build grist, but you don't have any of it. And then while you look around for ideas of what to do next, your imp friend comes back with more build grist than you've ever seen, which is really weird because you've never seen build grist before, but you know what it is instinctually. It's a blue, gushers looking thing. You have enough, and you end up building to the first gate. So we'll head over to the household tab.
I don't
and we will
know.
spend 20 gold grist. And you are now up to your first gate. What am I reading? Oh, God. Saint.
What?
Saint.
What?
Answer for your crimes.
What crimes? There's no crimes. Look, it's just a character.
Gone now.
It's just a character.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna have a fucking mental breakdown. They said anime horror. I asked them what kind of anime horror, and like 3 people mentioned Deku, so here we are.
Thank you here.
Enter the
Yeah.
first gate quick so I can press the button.
Into the first gate.
All right, since we're still on the frog speedrun this, you enter the gate, first gate done. What time are we at?
5140.
All right, we are ahead of schedule. Let's keep going. Okay, actually, yes. Let's take a minute. Name the imp.
We're still alive, just waiting for your names.
Nice. People like Sosa. That isn't a word, Jess.
Sousa. Oh, it's Sean Philip Sousa.
Sousa. Sousa
That's a Brazilian name, isn't it?
Sousa.
I'm not sure.
Might be Sock.
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 Yep, nope, it's Sock. Never mind.
Imp is
What was I
Sock.
thinking? We have no
Imp is
rationality here.
Only Sock.
Only Sock can sustain me.
Okay, so we got Tuba and Sock the Imp.
All right, you named the imp Sock. It does not follow you as you head through the first gate, and as you pass through, you come down into tunnels. Tunnels deep down within the earth. The walls are sets of bones and nothing but bones. Stacked like bricks. There's skulls hanging around in the shapes of hearts, suns, more hearts, a piece of male anatomy we won't discuss in great detail. The air sort of smells like what you would imagine a grandmother's closet to smell like if trolls had grandmothers. You don't see a way back. You only see tunnel and maze ahead of you. What would you like to do?
Land of catacombs and Sock. The question, what were we asking them?
What will they do?
Check on Worm Dad. Ignore the lore.
Worm Dad is back home. If
Left
only you had a
Worm
way
Dad.
back.
The people want more worm.
Enter the maze. With echolocation, apparently, on the tuba.
Play a drone and use echolocation to find a way through. That one is not on my list, so we will go with that because nothing about this session is going the way it was planned.
Oh, with echolocation.
That's okay sometimes.
That will be perception. Let's see. You roll a 10. You play a very horrible note that's probably like 40 cents flat. It does not. It just echoes and bounces off the walls, and you get nothing. You are still lost in the tunnels, but you do hear something grumbling as a light approaches. It's a crocodile holding a lantern. The crocodile asks you what the hell you're doing here, and actually, no, that's about it. What the hell are you doing here?
Apparently we say math is fake. Or charm the crocodile. Want to join my anime club?
You rant to them that math is fake, and that actually no, that's about it. It's just nothing but diatribes against the massive conspiracy racket that is mathematics.
We still invite them to our anime club, dude.
You create another anime club, this time with the crocodile. They don't know what this is, but they'll go with it. Say, what are you doing?
They're grooving.
Uh-huh.
What sort of expression should Tuba have?
That's a good question. Hey, chat, what sort of expression should Tuba have?
You know, this kind of reminds me of a character from Devilman, the way I drew the eyes and face and hair.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Though it also just kind of looks like Deku is cosplaying a JoJo character.
Oh lord.
No, do not.
Pog. The expression is Pog.
Alright, so I guess we're going...
or the little like
Yeah, I'm going with the cat face. I can't draw the pog and have it look good.
we're doing the cat face.
Yep.
Catface? Oh, alright, catface it is. You ask them about the truth. They have no idea what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Alright, the crocodile just kind of just looks at you weirdly and then just walks away and leaves you to continue exploring the maze when you realize you are completely and utterly fucking lost.
Playing as Deku, cosplaying as a JoJo character. Same thing. Nice job, Valentine.
Oh god, it's never. I thought this grows more and more cursed with every minute. Do not. Oh god.
I'm just gonna go ahead and give them the horns. The horns.
Placation again, this time fueled with rage towards math.
You already tried it once. You're gonna have to find another approach. The sprite,
Rainbows to power your way through, or
The
follow the
sprite-
croc.
The sprite is not following you. It's still sulking in the bathroom after you told them that they don't exist because math is a lie. You follow the crocodile, and after maybe about 10 seconds, the crocodile stops and asks you to stop following them. You explain to them that they're lost, but they don't seem to be very sympathetic. Actually, they seem unsympathetic in the way that a parent does not want to handle a child when they're, in your case, complaining about math, as it turns out.
Friend, we left the imp friend behind. He didn't come with us. So we're gonna be sneaky about following the crocodile this time.
All right, works enough. You tap on the walls, and it's bones. It's lots of bones. You're pretty sure a handle will scrap you as you knock on it. Besides, you don't hear anything. You can try again later as you follow the crocodile. So if you're going to be sneaky about it, that would be, if I can get to that page, that would be stealth, which we certainly have better odds in it than we do at perception. So let's try that. That is a 7. Unless you guys would like to re-roll, the crocodile catches you after another, a whole 45 seconds this time. They ask you why you're following them.
Charm the crocodile.
You charmed the crocodile into seeing your way because it worked with the imp, so why wouldn't it work with the crocodile? Explain to me how you charmed them.
I'm trying to sneak around, but I'm.
Don't you dare.
I am. No, I can't. I can't do this. I can't do this. I can't.
Good job, Saint, even if sometimes it's cursed.
Okay, but how are you charming them? That's not good enough. You can't just charm. You have to explain to me how.
Wiggle eyebrows!
Wiggle eyebrows it is.
Roll persuasion!
That is 16. All right, you wiggle your eyebrows to crocodile. They sort of just slowly nod at you. They don't seem fully convinced. In fact, you're not sure what they're supposed to be convinced of, but the persuasion continues. What next?
Clearly, they are a math construct, therefore not real, and since they aren't real and are part of your imagination, they should help you. Or start playing the clown song and tell them this is for you. Or apologize for the sound and ask them for help.
All right, let's see which one of those would work. I'm gonna roll a die for it. All right, you apologize for the sound. You ask them for help. That would still be persuasion, as it turns out. Let's see, that is a 25, and you rolled a 17 last time. All right, you explain to them that you need their help because you're lost in these tunnels, and they ask you why you didn't just say that in the first place, but they tell you to follow them, and you follow them for about 6 minutes through winding turns, and walls and hallways and other sorts of architectural stuff that I don't know because I'm not a nerd. You
You're
Shush you. You arrive in a circular chamber with a high dome, and there is a return node waiting for you there. And the crocodile gestures to it as if to tell you, "Yep, there it is. Now, please leave."
he took us to the exit and said, "Please leave."
Yes.
Waiting for chat to catch up. So what's on the other side of the exit that we can see?
Back outside to your dorm, actually. You see your calculator sprite and your imp playing patty cake in the yard.
We're gonna leave and I guess thank the crocodile and remind them about anime and the reality of it? Or dab and then leave?
As you step through the gate, you do one last dab and tell them that Sword Art Online is a totally great anime. It's not horrible at all, and to watch it. You don't wait for Crocodile's reaction before you leave, and you complete your first gate. You have gained... Actually, that was what we call... Alright, that would be 20 XP. 10 for the gambit, and 10 for completing the gate.
Now we're
Okay.
flipping out because the imp has made friends with math.
That means that we get to jump through gate 2. Can I press the button?
Not yet. There's a
Flipping out because
an imp.
Wait, never mind.
Imp
I
is friends with
accidentally...
math.
I think I accidentally pressed the button too early. Yeah, I don't know
Great,
what happened.
this is an 80% speedrun now.
This is Frog %. We got this. Don't worry. I just need to not press the button this time, and then when we complete gate 2, I press the button.
Yeah, that seems reasonable enough.
I don't really care about the segment times, I just care about the final time.
Everybody's flipping their shit because Sock made friends with math. What do you do? Throw Worm Dad in the sprite. Drastic times call for drastic measures.
Yes, the imp is named Sock.
Alright, you freak out, look for Worm Dad, and you throw Worm Dad into the sprite. You see the sprite warp as it turns into Worm Dad holding a calculator that's attached to the other end of the string.
Amazing.
Now Worm Dad is math.
Henceforth, Worm Dad is not real. Worm is dead. We won.
Sprite. Dad calculator sprite. Dad calculator sprite. That's it.
Calculator sprite it is. We can write that down somewhere, actually.
No, Worm Dad is worm dead.
Tell me, chat, how hard do you believe that math does not exist?
Warning Worm Dad now. The math? Because Worm Dad is real, right? But math is not real.
Math isn't real, so tell me, how much do you believe that math is not real?
I think it's time to roll a sanity check.
Ooh, that works.
See how much this breaks your brain.
It's sanity.
You roll
It's a 20, isn't it?
13.
Oh.
Better than it could be.
You get a grip on yourself. There is a logical explanation for this. Calculated
Worm
that
Dad's anime curse.
your sprite disappears because it doesn't exist.
It's gone.
No more Sprite. Oh dear. Well, I guess you're left with just Sock.
Sock is already in your anime club. You will deal with that in time. You have, when you run an anime club, there are important things to discuss. You need to figure out what you're going to watch, when you're going to watch, what you're allowed to like, and what you're allowed to hate. And everyone has to stick to these rules, and you need to make sure, well, first off, you need to make sure Sock knows all these things. Besides, you don't have Worm Dad anymore. You have all the time in the world now that you are so lonely.
They're all because of Worm Dad.
With the grip on your sanity, but not on your life, you head through the second gate. Click it.
I don't have to click the button.
You already
I click
clicked
the
it?
button when I complete the second gate.
You didn't do that for the first one.
Yeah, well, I fucked up.
Okay, good enough.
Anyway, let's move on.
You come out into an island in the middle of the ocean, as opposed to of water, actually, as opposed to Fago or Fanta. Let's see here.
Fantasy.
Let's see. If you remember right, the second gate. Oh boy, you see.
Wait, no, I think I do click the button. Hold on.
You see the house. It's a house that's your co-player's land. Oh no.
Are we holding a funeral for Worm Dad now?
I mean, if you want to have a funeral on the island, sure. How big is Worm Dad anyway, if he fits in a tuba?
Probably about
I
like
assume he's
2
as big
feet.
as the picture says.
Big worm.
He's long and skinny.
I assume about like 2 feet long-ish. Unless he like wraps around the tuba, like within all the tubes in the tuba, then it's like a lot, like 6, 7, 10 feet. I don't even know.
They did enter Sorrow. They're in the game. Go to co-player's house and flirt pale ways by crying on her doorstep.
All right. You walk up to the front porch all stoic-like, and then you just fall apart in a heap as you begin crying over Worm Dad that never existed because everyone knows math is fake. And then a door slams to your head as it opens, and and then your co-player apologizes to you for accidentally hitting you and asks you if you're okay.
Oh, this is so cursed.
This is extremely cursed. But that's the fun part of Twitch Plays RPGStuck. You get the weirdest shit.
Yeah.
No, I'm injured and the only cure is more gates. Tell them we are not okay. Cry a bit more and preach to them about the sacrifice of Wormdad and the fakeness of math. Spout some nonsense about Wormdad's death.
You explain to them that Wormdad is dead. Well, no, dead implies they ever existed. Wormdad is in a state where you take great pains to explain to them that Wormdad never existed, which, because, you see, math is a creation. It is the Great Plague, the meme virus in the collective consciousness of Trollkind that serves only to further the advances of Big Nuts and big loudspeakers. The audio industry is in on that too, you know. What they do is they will say, oh, this goes up to 10, or it goes up to 11, but that's not true. It goes up to being loud. Everyone knows that. Your co-player being, well, there's a reason you and they are friends, so they listen attentively, and then they explain to you that they actually found something that says a cure against math is music, which they didn't tell you earlier because you already know music. They then ask you for, they're having a bit of an issue. Their computer's broken. They can't actually, the second gate isn't available unless they can get their computer fixed. Something's wrong with the internet connection, which is really weird because your phone's working, even though there's no satellite in the sky. There's no wiring, but you ignore that because this is a speed run and we're not going to, and, you know, game physics.
And because Sburb provides water, heat, and electricity anyways. That's in canon, actually.
Doot sadly into the night.
You do it once for Wormdad as a dirge. It doesn't do anything tangible, but it does make you feel better. Your co-player office asks you if they should start baking any cookies. In the meanwhile, they ask you if you could look at their computer. They actually need a fix, otherwise the gates, unless you feel like climbing, I suppose.
Time to fix the computer.
What is a computer, anyways?
What even is a computer? Nobody knows.
No one knows.
All right, you actually look at it, and let's see, you're actually convinced them that it's not broken at all, and you just need to change their mind on it.
You could try to program, but that's math and it doesn't exist. So time to persuade your friend that it actually works. Oh, it started raining.
Actually, that works.
Heads up, if I disappear, it is because there's a tropical storm currently hitting my city. Just so you know.
In the case in which Narakishi disappears, I will take over.
So, yeah, in general, it might get very loud on my end, to the point where I'll have to turn off my mic.
I'm going to take a bit of a leeway. I'm going to say you can prove, you tell your friend not only is the computer not broken, you can prove it, and you play the tuba, which will be performance, because God damn it.
It's a 1.
Nat 20.
Even better.
You play something that has never been heard by mortal ears before. You're pretty sure you have created a new musical scale as you play something not fully of this earth on your tuba. You don't remember playing it, but when you finish, your co-player is looking at you slack-jawed on their knees in awe, and the computer is not only fixed, it's more than a computer now, it's a supercomputer. It has all these bells and whistles, and it's voice activated. It's also an Apple for whatever reason, when it used to be a Windows. It occurs to you,
They all say
music.
Mac.
It occurs to you that she wasn't lying, and that music is the cure to math, and that if you just play music hard enough, you can change reality.
Actually, if you dig deep enough into music theory, music basically is math. It's all set theory all the way down.
Don't tell
them
Tuba that.
No, you're false. That's not true. That's fake news. That is a lie. It's math is math. Music is music. Don't try to mix the two. That's how we lost Worm Dad.
Fake. You're saying that because we've got a math major and a music major in the same room right now.
I'm not a music major.
You might as well be a music major.
You tell them that actually they look at it all and they thank you profusely for doing whatever it is you just did. You don't fully remember it. All you know is you have created something grand. You ask them if they play anything. They don't. They just write. They write. They moderate an online server with lots of band hammers. They like to write lots of fan fiction, but they don't play music.
That's correct. The co-player is us.
And with that business settled, they make progress in building up, and you say your goodbyes as you head up through their second gate, and you return back to your land. Your second gate is finished. It's already been pressed, hasn't it? Just for future reference, are we clicking those benchmarks when we enter a gate or when we finish it?
We're supposed to click them when we enter them.
Okay, that's how we're doing it.
It doesn't really matter as long as we do them all uniformly.
Your
Alright, so we're
co-player
gonna jump ahead
is
to the 7th gate. No, we're not.
I mean, if you want. When you return, you realize Sock feels really bad about the loss of Wormdad and about believing in Matt. So while you were gone, they built up your house again. It's now the 3rd gate. And as for your question, yes, your co-player can sing. Not perfectly, but they can sing. Inventory here in RPGStuck is sort of funny, so I'm going to modify that a bit. You capture log every musical instrument in your room, every single one. You don't even play all of these. You even have, for that one time you were bullying the woodwind players, you have every single woodwind instrument known to Trollkind, every brass instrument. You have a grand piano. You're not sure how that got there. You have an electric guitar, and you have you have a gong. You're not sure how that works, but this is a game, so you're just going to go with it for now. You head on and step through 3rd gate. You come out to a park. The sun is bright and shining above. The garden is walled off with shrubs and hedges on 3 sides, and the 4th one has a view of a lake. It seems to be a funeral. There is a coffin the size of a car just laying there, some carpets hastily strewn over it. It's actually welcome mats, just 18 of them chained up. There's plastic lawn chairs with imps sitting on it, singing and eating cookies. Off the side, there are tables draped with shower curtains. You really hope it's not shower curtains, but you see some mold and you have a bad feeling about this. There's cookies and juice on the table. As soon as you step through, the music stops. You don't even see who was playing it. The music just stops. All the imps, maybe about 20, 24 of them, they turn around, look at you, and then they start running the hell away. They all start jumping into the lake.
Teach them the vocal part to any suitably annoying songs, have a nation army, or something along those lines.
Yeah, I just saw that. I should probably read the chat more often.
Yeah. I'm
looking
trying
at the-
I'm trying to read them out as I see them. I just had to look at the Discord for a second to make sure, people were being nice. Because I'm still a mod there. Play concert F to pay respects. Become the leader of an imp marching band. Imp marching band!
Was it? You haven't taught them? You can probably teach them later. You get the feeling you'll see them again. Alright, so the music stops, they start jumping into water, you decide to save them with the power of music. You play the tuba again.
Did we roll?
You did. You got a 20.
Hell yeah!
Not a natural 20, but a 20 breaks just about any DC you could care to do.
Marching band time!
You begin playing. We can spare a minute because we're actually ahead of schedule. What do you start playing? Name a song. Name any song you play on the tuba.
If we befriend, we can call Other Sock. To play Crab Rave. Careless Whisper. Careless Whisper's a saxophone song.
Crab Rave or Careless Whisper? That's...
Rave.
I'm gonna have to look this up, aren't I?
You haven't heard the Crab Rave?
I don't get out much.
It's posted all the time on the server!
You know what? No, I'm gonna say all of them. You play 4 songs in succession.
Megalovania.
You play all of those. It doesn't matter what instrument you're playing. You can make it work. You are a god of music at this point. Let's be honest. As you play all of those songs, the imps slowly return to their affairs. It looks like they were having a party before you came in. A very strange party. You think they may have taken the concept of a corpse party far too literally. Some of them offer you cookies.
What is with world and cookies? It's always fun when I scroll up and it's just saying zoomed in really close to the crotch.
What?
You assumably eat the cookies.
This is a 13 plus pit. Whatever. Our
Immediately spit it
time in
back out
Sahcon's over.
because it's oatmeal raisin.
The cookie and continue to play Megalovania.
They offer you some juice to wash it down. This isn't juice. This is just water with lemon put in it.
Oh, so like LaCroix.
Your face puckers up, and the imp starts crying again, and suddenly the coffin.
Oh Lord, this throne is a mess.
Everything about this is a mess. This is how we roll.
Yeah, I love it.
Make sure there's no arachnid in that stuff. Are we
No.
eating spiders?
Yes.
Oh no.
Actually, it's all spiders. The imps are actually spiders. The chairs are actually spiders. It's all spiders. No.
And always
The-
has been.
Spiders.
The coffin starts shaking, and the lid flies off it, and an ogre comes out, wondering why the hell you're bothering with the. Why have you ruined the party? It doesn't ask you that because it can't speak, but it gestures to you in a way that lets you know that's asking you why you're. Why can't you just vibe? Why are you killing the mood?
He just wants to know why you can't vibe with the rest of them. Charm ogre, charm ogre. The party's just getting started, baby. Teach it to play your spare tuba. Wiggle eyebrows at ogre.
All right. Was it? I am not accepting charm because I'm going to claim that is not good enough. I want you to explain to me how. So I will ignore any charms and I will go for more specific actions. This is how role playing works, or tabletop role playing works. You tell me what you want to do, and I will.
They want to
tell you
charm
what
the
happens.
ogre by wiggling the eyebrows and playing Megalovania sensually.
You wiggle your eyebrows because it certainly worked last time. Shit.
Does that means they roll well or didn't roll well at all?
They just missed it. 14. The ogre does not care for your eyebrows. The ogre, actually, fun fact, Tuba, they actually know sign language. The ogre tells you that your eyebrows are stupid and you should shave them off. I'm just listening to chat playbacks and need them to know how to respond to this next one.
Hip thrust while playing Crab Rave is one answer. Shoot him is another answer. Play the tuba
Cry.
at them. Cry. It's murder time. Attack with lasers. So
Ooh,
I think
like that one.
we're gonna need to roll initiative.
Magical girl music. Is this? All right. I guess we're fighting. Let's roll for initiative. Initiative is just a d20 plus your dex. And where was this roll earlier? Your initiative is. Oh boy, 21. Let's see what the ogre's is.
Sure, we beat
Oh,
the ogre.
that's not. Everyone's suddenly rolling high, but not high enough. Ogres have a penalty to their initiative, actually. All right. Combat in RPGStuck. Here's how this works. Whenever it's your turn, you have a major action, which you use to mainly attack. You have a minor action, which you can use to modify your attack. you can move, and you have a reaction, but you don't have anything. But Tuba doesn't have any reactions, so we'll ignore that. First turn, what would you all like to do? Your options are, let's look through the sheet one more time. You have a Tuba. Hold on, let me fix this.
We can shoot it. Or
You can shoot it. You can hold your breath to charge up and shoot next turn for even more damage. You have Rainbow Triforce. It's just those three. We try to go for a simpler character so we're not bogged down by choices too often.
shoot it, hold breath, or rainbow laser.
All right, that's 3 for. All right, let's see. We're seeing Rainbow Triforce in first. Shoot is a second. Let's see, I'm counting 3 Rainbow Triforces, 1 shoot, and 1 brown noise. I'm not sure which one that is. I feel like we should make guitar kind of an option. By the power of Gay Skull, I'm counting that as Rainbow Triforce takes it. Alright, so we're going to make an attack roll. It's a psionic attack roll, and our psionic stat is Charisma. So what's going to happen is we're going to roll a d20, add our Charisma mod and a proficiency. They're both on the upper half of the sheet. So we're going to roll 3 of those, and we're going to hit it 3 times, and we'll see which ones stick. This is going to be roll against fortitude. Ooh, so close to a crit. Actually, no, 19, that is a crit. That's 1 crit.
By the power of Gay Skull.
This one's rolling against Reflect. That is a 16. Ogres have only 14. That's also a hit. And against Will. That's a 17. That also hits. All right. Not only do all 3 of your attacks hit, your first one is a critical.
You hit that ogre real fucking hard.
So what we're going to do is, this one we reduce streams by 1 since we shattered that to use it. And let's see, it deals PD 3 damage. Our proficiency is 2. It starts by 2. So we are going to roll. Do I have enough dice for this? We're going to roll 66 and see what happens. Let's see, that's a 1,
This is just
1,
Envy
3.
Shira.
That's a lot of 3s. 9, 11. You deal 13 damage to the ogre over 3 attacks. You also poison them, cripple them, and daze them for 1 round. Poison means they have disadvantage to any attacks they do on their next turn. They also can't move as far, and they're also dazed, which means they can't take their minor action. The ogre... Alright, that's the end of your turn, and the ogre takes his. The ogre sort of just stumbles. It tries to stumble to you. It trips over the coffin as it comes out and doesn't quite make it to you. And I'm going to assume to speed things up, you obviously move away from the ogre every turn so it can't get its hands on me. It's your turn again. What would you like to do? Same options. You can shoot. You can hold your breath. You can do rainbow magic. Keep in mind, you only have 2 more uses of rainbow magic for foreseeably the rest of the session, so be sparing with those.
We gonna get this fucker. We gonna make him regret it.
Alright, I'm seeing one for shoot, one for rainbow. I will note we don't have as many people as we used to, so we're just gonna go.
Yeah, we're shooting.
Alright, shoot it is. That is a regular attack. If I can just find the sheet again. Alright, so use dexterity for range attacks. So that will be, let me change that. That's going to be a +4 to hit. Let's see if it works. And that is a 17. That hits. Let's roll for damage. Since you have a rifle, or actually no, it was supposed to be a rifle. We reskinned it into a tuba, which while I find the dice to roll for damage, I will mention reskinning a thing. We take a gun or a dagger or a puppet and we say something else. That is incredibly common in RPGs. Like, in fact, it's pretty much ubiquitous. We basically make it a point that the mechanics are what they are, but in universe you can say that they're whatever it is that fits your character best. In this case, a gun is a tuba, and no one can tell us otherwise.
I think you got that backwards. The tuba is a gun, not the gun is a tuba.
They both.
Like the gun's to wait. Which way did I say?
You said the gun is a tuba, but it's a tuba that's a gun. If it was a gun that was a tuba, it would just make horn noises when you shot.
I mean, for all you know, that might be how it actually works. It's up to the chat.
Anyway, you shoot the thing.
Anyway, you shoot it for another 7 damage. It looks like the ogre is not doing very well. And in fact, it actually it still doesn't reach you on its turn, and that's just another waste. You do get the feeling it's going to catch up with you, though. So,
But we can do it again.
all right, let's roll one more time and see what happens. You've honestly, by making sure the ogre can't reach you, you're just dancing around with it. Actually, no. Let me explain to you. Here's what's happening. Actually, yes, Ruby does make sense. You're actually just dancing around the park with the ogre chasing you. It's failing to catch you. The imps are actually clapping along with the music. It's great fun for everyone except the ogre. And you hit again for another 4 damage. And the ogre blacks out and falls to the ground. And everyone cheers.
Everyone's clapping.
It was a very good show.
We just need to decide, what do we do with the ogre now that it is unconscious?
Do we draw on its face? Do we kill it?
Shonen the ogre? Become friends because you beat the ogre?
Don't we need build grist?
Pog.
Nah, Grist is... Socks got us covered on that.
Okay, fair.
Pog into the tuba and begin an imp marching band. I think we already did that. Kill him, whisper an apology for them not knowing better.
Whisper an apology for them not knowing better. Are we apologizing for them?
I'm sorry, you
friends with
suck
ogre.
so bad.
Mercy, force them to join the anime club.
Yes!
You pog into the ogre. You pog into the
ogre.
tuba. The cheering continues.
Send for the anime club or death.
You hold them at tuba point and tell them that they can either join the anime club or they can die. and the choice is up to them. After some deliberation, they reluctantly agree to join your anime club. You gain 30 XP and a third anime. Is this your third or fourth club? I think it's the
Same
fourth.
club.
You have like 4 different anime clubs now. What did you do?
I like your pug doodle there, Saint.
Tuba pug.
Oh God, is that
Wait, that's
Saint?
This looks like a trumpet.
That's a trumpet.
I don't know how to draw a tuba.
Wait, what the fuck? It's kind of like a trumpet, except it's sideways.
There we go. I just added another 2. Good enough.
All right, good enough. So
We just happened to pick one of the harder to draw brass instruments.
with that settled, actually it's just one big club. It just has chapters all over the world. And speaking of the world, you have more places to be. And the return node opens up over the coffin. Turns out it was in the coffin the whole time, and you sort of wonder how the ogre was in there, but you're not going to question that too much. You head through the gate and return back to your home, where Sock has... Sock is burning what looks like a ruler. All your rulers and anything with numbers on it. So your rulers and your measuring cups and your metronome. Sock has grabbed it all, dragged it into the yard, and has set fire to it because math should not be allowed to exist.
It's okay. He's a tuba player. They have never used a metronome, ever. She just hasn't.
Jesus Christ, that's some shade right there.
God cult will just be an anime club / band club that hates math. Praise Sock for their good work.
You have the power of God and anime on your side, just didn't mention that you are that God.
Everybody's praising Sock for doing a good job.
You tell Sock that they're doing a good job and to keep it up. In return, they thank you and they give you more grist, and then you look behind you and suddenly the 4th gate is ready. They didn't need a computer because computers are math and math isn't real.
Wait,
they
did we
built
skip
the
over
power
gate
of your
3?
mind.
Did I not press the button on time? Wow, okay.
I'm not sure. I actually have the stream paused, so I can't check. Someone else will have to see that.
No, I mean, like, so are we going to gate 4 now?
Yes.
Okay.
You head back into gate 4, and you will deal with a theological debate about whether you are the god, or Wormdad is god, or if Wormdad... Because Wormdad doesn't exist, keep in mind. So it's difficult to tell exactly what's going on. All you know is you are only about, let's see, 2 hours into the speedrun, and already you have changed the world by music. You have lost your Lucis to math because you never had one, and now you have a grudge. Math people are a plague upon the world, and everyone knows it.
Especially the math people.
Yes, the math people.
The math people know it better than anybody else.
Yes, they do. You head on through the 4th gate, and you return back to your co-player's house. It's the same one. This is only a 2-player session, after all. You head into their house. The door's unlocked. They're in the kitchen. They're baking the cookies that they said they were going to bake earlier. And while they're baking it, you take up an earlier suggestion that was made in chat, and you teach them something, and you teach them how to sing something from Seven Nation Army. They just look at the lyrics in their phone, and they take to it like a duck out of water. There's a duck in water.
Like a duck to water.
Duck to water, yes. The one...
Like a water duck.
Adverb? Preposition? What is to as a word type?
2 as
It's
a work
just
time?
an old. It's an archaic way of phrasing things. You take
think
to
it's
it
a
like a duck to
preposition.
water or like a fish to water. It just means you take to it very well because you're made for it.
I thought ducks need anyway. It's only 3 hours and already cracking. Your co-player asks you for help with baking cookies. They don't know how to mix it right, and they ask you if you know how to cook.
Sock is the Holy Spirit. Enlist Sock. We have seen Food Wars. We don't know how to cook. Of course we know how to cook.
Do you believe you know how
You're
to
a college
cook?
student.
Oh, they are a college student. College students don't know how to cook.
Play
Yeah.
the cooking song from Lazy Town.
It worked for computers, so you wonder, well, if it worked for that, why can't it work for the cookies? You have the ingredients laid out. You have the eggs. I don't know what you use. What do you use to make cookies?
Eggs, butter.
Flour.
I already said flour. And some other stuff that I forgot because I don't bake.
Eggs.
You have
Anyway,
all the ingredients
Lazy Town!
laid out before you when you play the song from Lazy Town, because what's the worst that could happen? Perfectly average. Oh dear. You play a kicking tune that I say kicking, it's from Lazy Town. It's every song
Great
from Lazy
fucking
Town's good.
song. Fight me.
You play, the eggs start to heat up, and the flour congeals. You don't end up with cookies. You do need new flour, though.
I don't think flour can congeal.
It congeals because that's what you think cooking does.
All I have is the version with the, is it Lil Wayne going off in the background?
Say what?
Yeah, like that.
Yeah, that's probably the one they saw.
It's probably is. It's the best song, objectively, anyway.
Yep. It's
Read a
just-
recipe.
You
Get
can
sock.
alchemize food, but that's like, you are not cooking sock.
Cook sock. It said get sock.
And for what? You're gonna cook it?
Just put a bunch of sugar in a cup and put it in the oven.
You're not cooking the was it your co-player just nods
Keep
and just
on playing and ask the other player to sing.
you trade roles. You pour in a bunch of sugar in a cup as your co-player sings for you. It's pleasant. The sugar in the cup, on the other hand, after 5 minutes, the cup melts in the oven and it breaks.
Well, I guess we don't have any cookies.
You are not getting cookies this day, no. Your co-player, however, then asks you if you're willing to read over, as you probably know but don't care to remember, your co-player likes to write fan fiction. They hand you over the latest batch of it, about 12 pages, and they ask you to proofread it.
Failed us. Try and continue on with the run. Yes, we proofread the fan.
All right, that is a sanity check. 1 moment. Let's see, that is... Oh boy.
To make a little theme song for it.
You get about halfway through before you realize that your co-player is either the greatest or the worst writer in the history of whatever planet she's from. She's definitely not a troll. And whichever the case may be, your mind can no longer take the burden of reading through all of this. You take 3 damage as you force yourself to read the rest of it.
Okay, so
Their fan fiction is they seem to have an obsession with clowns. You're not sure what it is. It's not even clowns, just one particular clown. You try not to question these things. They're your friend. They don't point out any flaws you have. And, well, that's because you don't have any flaws, but if you did, you're sure they would overlook them. So, you're nice enough to overlook their flaws, too.
we say it's amazing. It's so good our brain couldn't handle.
You tell them it's great, and as you do, you realize your time here is running out, so you head up to the fort gate and head out, but before they do, your co-player hugs you and gives you a kiss on the cheek before you go.
Aww.
And you return back to your gate, or hive, dormitory, that's a word, a college student. You look, and Sock has procured more cookies from somewhere. This one has frosting in the shape of a spider on it. You ask Sock where the cookies came from. Sock signs to you that a spider sold them to them. There was a bake sale going on.
Surprise Undertale. I think that's pretty much it for the line art. The proportions are probably fucked in this drawing, but
That's fine to me. A beautiful, beautiful something or other.
You tell, but do you eat the cookie? It's just spiders. What trouble could it be? It's not like the cookie is actually made of spiders, right?
We eat the cookie.
You eat the cookie. It is made of spiders. You still regain 3 hit points, though. Well, Sock has your best interest in mind. You can tell because you are great at reading the minds of your fellow anime club members. So you head on through your 5th gate. And you stumble and fall at the base of a cliff in the night. There seems to be some sort of tower at the top of the cliff. And you get the feeling that the other end to return home must be on top of the tower because it's the only thing being described by the game master. So far, you see a cliff that seems very difficult to climb. You see 2 ways of climbing it. You could just... You're a college student. Have you ever rock climbed? You could try climbing the cliff directly. you'll see a winding way that's going to take a lot longer. You actually haven't walked more than 500 feet at a time in a decade, actually. So tell me, do you take the cliff or do you take the winding road?
Use the tuba to fly into the sky. I don't think that's an option, guys.
I mean, they can try.
But is it gonna work? Is it gonna work?
Sound
No.
wave flight.
Of course not. But they can try.
I mean, yeah, they always have the option to try.
I mean, that seems to be the only suggestion so far.
By the way, chat, I hope it's okay that I just went ahead and gave Tuba Nepeta-style horns because of the meme.
I don't think anybody complained. I think it was mostly just cheers.
Nice.
Yeah, I don't think no one complained about Nepeta. If they did,
Nice.
no, I'm telling you, no one complained. That's it.
Okay, so we've got two people that are trying to do tuba flight.
You tried playing a song to was it? You saw Troll Door Ragnarok once. You played the Immigrant song, and hopefully that will give you magic lightning powers. You finish the song, you have no lightning powers, and everything you know is a lie.
Climb. Okay.
So you climb the tower. Not the tower. You climb the cliff. The tower awaits. You make a misstep, and your arms give out as you fall off the cliff and take 5 damage.
Your bones for tuba. That Deku cosplay is getting better and better by the moment.
You haven't broken any bones, no, but God, does it feel like it.
That leaves the last option of walking.
You take the long way, and you endure the long, winding path. You realize you could stand to work out a lot more. You're good at acrobatics. You can flip, kick, swing. You can't walk for maybe the half hour it takes you to get up there. It's a long walk. Let's gloss over that because there's nothing but pure rage at how people seem to accept that math is a thing that exists. You climb up to the top of the cliff where the tower is part of just a graveyard, it turns out. It's a cross-shaped thing with a tower coming out of it, like the bottom of an office chair. You also see ghosts wandering around, lurking the graveyard. They look like a certain character from a show Underwater, where they ask you what they're selling. It's chocolate, by the way. What? It's chocolate. What? Chocolate. They're selling chocolate.
What are they selling?
What? What are they selling?
Repeat that
Chocolate.
louder?
This is the weirdest bit we've done so far.
Maybe a little bit, but not quite. I
Every
don't think.
speedrun has a bit of cringe in it.
A little
Yeah.
bit.
That was. Let's not do that again.
At least we're not as bad as the.
I know what you're
Could you
gonna make.
please
Don't do
stop
it.
talking? What?
No! God, that video makes me sad for some reason.
It's like I would really appreciate it if you would stop talking.
Yeah. That poor guy.
Actually, yes, they're dead chalk salesmen. They were killed when the chalk. Someone accidentally tripped and they scratched the chalk, and the resulting noise killed everyone. It was very tragic. On the other hand, the ghosts stand between you and the tower. How will you get past this?
What do?
Dum, 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 dum,
No.
dum, 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 dum.
Chalk is used to spread misinformation related to math.
But chalk is also used for music, which is the antithesis to math.
Tell the ghost chalk should not be used for that, and they should try to eat it. That's our only option right now.
You call to the ghosts from the safety of where you stand, and you tell them that chalk, that they should try eating some chalk. The ghosts don't seem to hear you, and they continue whatever the heck it is they're doing, just floating around and preset patterns across the mausoleum. You call out to them again, and you tell them that you demand to use their chalk. They don't seem to hear you.
Tell them you are too above the grade and you demand to use the chalk for music.
Yeah, yes, they already did.
Oh, sorry.
They don't
I
seem to
looked
hear.
away for a second.
Ghosts don't seem to hear. The ghost might be deaf. It occurs. Actually, if they digest a noise, they might not be able to hear anymore.
Song of Healing time. Play a hunting refrain. Play music at them.
Try playing the Song of Healing. You get 13. You feel better about yourself, and you have a spring in your step, but you heal for no hit. But you do not heal for hit points.
It helped the ghosts, though.
The ghosts don't seem to hear anything anymore.
They're deaf.
They're deaf ghosts. The dead are deaf. There's a tongue twisted there somewhere.
You cry if they have lost access to the greatest thing in the world.
You cry on their behalf because they no longer seem to be able to cry or understand what they have lost. You are still where you started.
You can move forward if you want to. I don't think they're gonna bother you.
Are you sure about that?
I'm not. I'm not the SM.
Sometimes I just have to look at the ongoing drawing as the proof, and also the live counter as proof that the stream is indeed still running.
Quiet. That's okay. Sign to the
Yeah.
ghost about silent voice. Oh wait, we do know sign language. Anime about a deaf girl.
You sign to them, they sign back. They tell you that anime is a lie and that anyone who watches it doesn't actually exist, and therefore you don't exist.
Are you gonna believe them?
Are you gonna
Well-
let them? Are you gonna let these punks talk to you like that?
Do you believe them? That's up to you. Well, that's up to the chat.
Yeah.
Did this
For the
did
sake of
Tuba's class pick
convenience.
get revealed yet?
Not yet.
Okay.
For the sake of convenience, we can just refer to the chat as a singular entity, I think.
The chat is a singular entity.
I mean, yeah, the chat right now is just...
Can we get a kappa in the chat?
Destroy them. Destroy.
All right. You take it upon yourself that they've already lost the greatest thing in the world, and their heretics on top. Getting rid of the ghosts would probably be a mercy. And so you start another fight.
Look at those thighs.
Roll for initiative and ignore what he said about thighs. They roll. Oh my god, I didn't think that was possible. They roll -2, and you roll a positive number. So you go first. All right, same choice as before. You have the rainbow burst, which you have 2 left. You can shoot, or you can hold your breath and hit really hard next turn. You notice that as you get ready to beat them down, all the ghosts seem to come together and they congeal into this one big, swirly mass of ghosts.
Can't. You've written meaty on the thigh.
What? Oh,
Same.
I haven't done anything. What? What? There's nothing.
We're losing our minds.
You're fighting a giant ghost. Continue with it.
All right, in the interest of speeding things up, I'm gonna assume that you guys shoot unless you decide to use the rainbow. Oh,
Hold breath
hold
for
breath.
more power.
All right, you hold your breath, and the ghosts.
The ghost punch you in the gut while you're holding your breath.
The ghosts menacingly float towards you. Menacingly.
Menacingly float towards.
And then roll on that one, son of a.
Look at those socks.
The ghosts. The
Of course
ghosts.
they roll.
They carelessly whisper at you for absolutely no damage whatsoever. All right, it's your turn again. You held breath last round, so let's see how strong this is. Wait, no, finger slipped. Then
Roll.
all right, that was so close to crit. You have that's 22, and that goes up to, let's see, 2d8. How much damage will this do, and will it be enough? That is a whopping 11 damage. So, you are facing a horde of ghosts. You take down. You count 2 ghosts dead as you fire.
Yeah, all
You
the
still
ghosts are
have.
dead. That's why they're
remaining.
ghosts.
You'll probably need to continue dealing with them. So, the battle goes on. They continue to miss you because the rolls are utterly abysmal.
It's a will of God.
And it's your turn again. You shoot, and you realize that God and anime have always been on your side.
The gods of
This
anime
is-
are watching.
Man, they actually are, because a 19 is a crit, I forgot.
Yep, they are punishing those ghosts for being non-believers. The heretic will find no mercy.
That is another 12. So you've dealt, let's see, you've dealt 23 damage so far.
So much damage.
And you kill, and another 2 ghosts pop away, and there's only 2 ghosts remaining. And the 2 ghosts, realizing that they've been outmatched and that their time is up, they flee, and they dive into their graves, and they never come out.
So we went.
And that's more XP.
They never come out.
Yeah.
They're
Ever.
just gonna be in the closet forever.
The ghosts are in the closet, yes.
Sucks for them.
With the skeletons.
I have skeletons in my closet. Will they come out of the closet? I don't know.
I wish I had skeletons.
One day they'll feel comfortable coming out of the closet.
Whatever you've done, you've dealt with the ghost satisfactorily. So you head on through into the tower. It's more stairs. Given the walk up here was a pain, the stairs is the last bloody thing you want to see. But you don't think flying with the power of music is in the cards for you anytime soon. So you slowly walk up, raging at just about everything. Mainly the stairs. You come to the top of the tower, where there is a door. The door glows blue, and there's a giant spectral padlock and chains over the door. And above that is a place to put in a password. And above that, it asks you a riddle. Now, I'm going to give the chat a choice. They have 2 options. They can either choose to solve the riddle on their own, or they can say they do it in character and make a roll and see where that goes. So let me ask chat, would you rather solve the question by yourself, or would you rather roll for it?
I'm gonna type what you asked them in the chat just so they can say answer faster.
In the meantime, I'm just going to make terrible comments. Look at those thighs.
Look
I
at
mean,
him.
I'm zoomed in on the ass right now, so.
Why do people like this?
I mean, it's controlled entirely by Saint, so.
I don't mean the chat. The chat is fine. I mean the moderators.
They want to solve it.
Why? All right, you want to solve it. I am actually going to put. Actually, was it something that people might watch this afterwards? So I am going to put the riddle in the chat. You see the riddle and you feel like you've been lied to. I am putting the riddle in the chat. That's actually not a riddle. You've all been japed. You've been deceived. You've been lied to.
Is it a math problem?
Yes, it's a math problem.
Fuck you.
This plays really well into my plans. For those of you unable to access the chat, the not riddle is an archer misses 60% of his shots. How many shots does he have to make before he gets 100 hits?
You know, not even I know the answer to this. I have this calculator. I have no idea how to.
No, I already figured it out. I think I might have actually done this one before, but
You scream, cry, and
did it in
blast
my
your
head.
tuba at it.
I feel like that's gonna be. I feel like that's gonna be what happens. I'm waiting to see if. It looks like. Yep, everyone's just gonna punch the door. That works for me.
Punch the door.
Break the door with your tuba.
Oh wait, that's a D12. That's not a D20. That is a 16. You
Did it work?
refuse to believe that the door exists, so you decide to make it stop existing by blasting it apart with your tuba. You blare the most god-awful note you could think of, besides anything that requires the woodwinds to play. And the door breaks down as the magic dissipates. Actually, no. Magic's not real because math isn't real. What door? You pass through the...
Math is magic?
No. Math doesn't exist.
Oh.
You pass on through. There was never a door. You're actually not sure why you were held up, but you'll question that later.
On the
Pass
other
the
side of
door.
the door.
Past the door. It's a bit anticlimactic, but you deserve at this point. You take the return node and you enter back through your land. Sock is missing.
No!
Yeah, that's good. So colors. This is a convincing enough deal.
For him. We call for Sock.
I am going to give them one of this. Check it out. Wait a second. I need to set it as this.
Song.
You play Sock's favorite song, which is an anime opening from... Alright, tell me, what is Sock's favorite anime? There is one right answer.
Sandstorm.
The Root Sandstorm it is. The best anime. You play through the entirety of it. And Sock comes down. The 6th gate recently opened up. Sock has more cookies from your co-player. And also happens to be covered in blood. You're not sure why.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Color is the
Tuba
blood.
Deku right will not stand for this.
The blood is red.
Like your auto pattern thing, Saint.
Yeah, it's I made the pattern myself. It was pretty cool. Alright. Now we get into the nitty-gritty of coloring, so this is gonna be boring.
You ask Sock what the heck happened, and Sock signs to you that the king is in the this is actually in character. The Sock actually fails to complete whatever the hell they're supposed to sign. The king is somewhere apparently, and they don't They can't make themselves finish more.
Are you just covering up your inability to talk?
No, shut up.
He's trying his
Yes,
best.
you are.
We don't have a
I
replacement.
know he's.
SM.
I know he's trying his best, but that doesn't mean I can't make fun of him.
True.
Zoro says the Black King.
The blood is red. Hey, isn't that
Yes.
super weird? You're a troll. You've never seen that kind of blood before.
To lead us to the king.
Listen, the hemospectrum doesn't exist because the hemospectrum is based on 12 divisions, but 12 isn't the thing that exists.
Oh yeah, because math isn't real, apparently.
The hemospectrum doesn't exist. Everyone knows this.
Going to lead us to the king. What is a king?
It tells you
A
that
miserable little pile of secrets.
a king is what happens when you let crazy women in lakes distribute power with swords.
This isn't Monty Python stuck.
It's everything else.
Use tuba sound wave flight to get to gate 7, skip the rest of the run, and then get to the king. This is fine.
You try playing the immigrant song again. You still fail to fly up.
Oh.
Oh, there's still the take us to the king.
You ask Sock to lead you there, and Sock takes you as far as the 6th gate, but Sock refuses to step back inside. You enter the gate, and the picket fences are gone, and the house is on fire. You see a large, very large, you see a thing that's never skipped gym day ever step out of the burning house with a crown on its head and a scepter in one of its hands. It looks like a chess piece, honestly. It's a thin black thing with the blue orb. The orb and it looks like a hammer, kind of. The hammer also happens to be stained red. The king looks at you, nods at you, and then disappears.
Now we wait to see what we do from here.
Waiting. Woo.
Many more? Shh, shh, shh.
You know, once we start out in colors, the design seems a lot more cohesive. It's odd.
Call for our co-player.
You call out to the fire, and no one seems to answer. And you get the feeling that things may.
Soul co-player shouts, "You okay?"
You call out again. No one seems to answer, except the fires continues to burn. You get the feeling time may be of the essence here.
Did we crush again?
Oh, that was just me.
No.
Oh, alright.
Every now and again, my
my
thing
God.
will just stop letting me hear what other people say, so I just have to leave the call real fast. Run into the fire! We're calling for them and we're running into the fire.
You run into the fire, and you find your co-player you find your co-player slumped over the table with the oven on fire. your co-player also happens to be missing. You're pretty sure whatever your co-player is, they need lungs to live.
Lung?
Their chest seems to be caved in.
Dear Lord.
Jesus fuck.
That turned dark pretty quick.
There's Sprite there.
You don't see a Sprite anywhere. No.
What do we do with the dying co-player?
What do we do with the dying co-player?
Same.
What?
Capture log the body and run, or call for Sprite.
You do both. You call for sprites that never seems to emerge. And it occurs to you, you never actually saw the sprite before. Wonder what happened to it. You capture log the body and you run the hell out of there. You run back out through the flames. Was it? All right, I was going to ask what is our player wearing, but I can see it there.
Not a lot.
You lose your tie clip, and it just starts flapping about as you run, and you emerge back onto your land, 6-8 complete, with things suddenly having taken a turn for the worse. Sock just slowly nods at you as you come out, and they point up. The 7th gate is open, and they sort of just sit down and just sulk.
I got a question. Should only one side of the shirt be striped, or should none of it be striped, or should I just continue?
I think you just continue.
Fine to me.
Yeah.
A little bit of a pattern.
Take a moment to breathe. We're in a speed run.
Yeah, we're
Co-player first with music. Song of healing. We did have those points in medicine earlier.
You take out your co-player and you play a song. Your co-player, unfortunately, does not get up to applaud you.
Fortunately, it's probably not just grub sauce.
You are correct. It is a speed run. So, you quickly deduce with the 1 point, how many points do you have? With your 2 points in medicine, you deduce that music and math have no truck with what just happened.
Use medicine proficiency to heal.
You try playing the music again, and nothing happens. More than a little bit agitated, you backwards long jump through the 7th and final gate. You come out into a desert. The sun is high in the air. There seems to be marble pillars and what used to be a palace, ruined now. It's all ashes and rubble. someone else comes out, and someone else is waiting for you when you get there. It seems to be a crocodile wearing a veil, and they look. Sorry, I need water. One moment.
Yeah, you have been talking for a while. So, it's a little intermission here. Get your drinks, get some snacks.
It's not like, what do you mean? I just need to take a sip.
Little intermission.
Sip.
We don't need the intermission. I mean, people already left anyway.
Intermission
but,
time.
Should I put on the pause screen?
Alright, fine. Take like 2 minutes. Go to the bathroom. Drink some water. I will continue to be here.
I'm gonna go grab another soda.
I'm just gonna take a big, long sip that's gonna bother everyone on the stream.
How dare you?
I'm not gonna put on the pause screen because
I
last
hate
time
this
I did
screen.
that, everybody left.
Oh, you are so in the way.
So, yeah, the timer doesn't stop because I'm lazy. You don't get to pause the speedrun timer in the middle of Super Mario 64. Why would you get to pause it in the middle of this thing?
Popo, you're in the way. You're so small and fuzzy. Aww.
The speedrun record continues to slip away. We are 2 hours behind schedule. I mean, ahead of schedule, technically.
We're ahead of schedule, motherfucker.
I don't know the terminology for speedruns because the timer is behind the new time, the expected time. It's only 2 hours when the expected time is like 4 hours.
Well, I'm pretty sure we're gonna get done before the 6 hour mark.
Oh
so
yeah,
don't
we
worry
will get
about
done way before the 6 hour mark at this point, but I legitimately expected this to take 6 hours, so that
it.
is,
Push the doggy.
you know.
I expected it to take 8.
What?
I was fully prepared to just sit here. Like, not even kidding.
For the entire day, yeah.
Yep. I have nothing
Yeah,
else
I
to do.
cancelled
It's
that. I cancelled on
sorry,
8
I
to be able
I
to
can't
come
say
here.
that word on YouTube.
Chew.
The current situation going on.
Yeah. Stuck at home for a week, and I got another week before I'm allowed to go back to work, so.
Alright,
Oh.
enough of the off-topic chatter. Alright, welcome back, everyone who's still back. There is...
15 viewers, just enough.
Now that you say that, 14.
Oh. What's gonna happen? Are we gonna beat the Black King, or is everybody gonna leave?
We'll have this for the future.
I mean, if
That's
all the
15.
audience leaves, I'll be the audience. It's okay.
In any case, a crocodile with a veil shows up in the middle of nowhere, waiting for you. They tell you that it doesn't matter who they are because this is a speed run, and that you've never stopped to ask about anything anyway. They give you a choice. You can choose to get the power that you need to take on the Black King, and they will just give it to you. Or you can bring your co-player back to life.
We do. Excuse me, Bubba. I need to get back over there. Gooch dog. Choices: bring back your co-player or become very strong. Wow, all of y'all are cold-blooded.
You're terrible people.
I mean, it is teal.
Yeah, it is.
Bruh moment.
Teal is a cold
But,
color.
I guess the answer is power.
You didn't make them emotionally attached to the co-player enough. You should have made the co-player Data
Should've made him
Wi-Fi,
cuter.
the SAHCON mascot.
Hold on.
The answer's still pretty much power.
All right. 1 moment.
No moments. Speedrun.
Id.
All right, sorry for the interruption. Everyone's still on power?
Looks like
Everyone
it.
seems to be on power, yeah.
All right, good. The
Good.
the crocodile tells you that you have chosen wisely. A sword comes out of the sky and kills you.
Rip.
And about a minute later, you come back stronger than ever. You're not sure what this is because you never read the instructions, but this was a speedrun anyway, so it was never going to matter in the first place. And with that, we're going to go on to the class vector portion. You know instinctively that
Here it is. It
You
took
don't
4
know-
hours, but you finally get your class spec.
you are considered, because of the way that the game works and the modification made to it in order to speedrun it, you ended up. See, the thing is, the game takes some time to process what you are. It takes track of all the actions you do. You skipped all that, so instead, it defaults to a common choice. This common choice happens to be a Knight of Space. And your power is that control over space, but everyone knows space has to be measured with math, and math is real, so you substitute that with music, which translates to you gain another resource.
See, I told you guys space was music. That's what I was going to say like 3 hours ago.
It all comes
Everybody's
together.
like, oh, space is art. Because Kanaya sews and Jade furry. No,
Music.
it's music.
Jade did play music, I think. She played the funky
Yeah,
bass
she played the
thing.
bass and also the flute.
You have
God, those are simpler
another.
times.
Oh god, you have a lot of them. All right, so you had passion, which you can use to boost your skill checks. You have portent, which you can use to boost just about anything. You now have space music. You can expend. You can use a bit of your aspect power to do the same thing for passion as you can for everything else. You get advantage, so you can reroll, and you can add a d8 on top to any d20 roll of your choice, as long as you're playing music. You measure space in music, yes. And as you rise up back from the ground where you just so inconveniently died a minute ago, the blood is still there. Let's not talk about that. The crocodile is nowhere to be seen, and you think you're done here. So, and you look back, and your return node is right next to the gate. And so you head back to your home, and you level up. With all 7 gates completed, you've leveled up once more. Now, let's take a look. At level 3, you gain 1 decor, so let's take a moment to reflect. What the hell has Tuba done during all of this? They continue to deny that math exists. They made anime.
Allowed their co-player to die gruesomely.
The co-player was already dead.
Still.
Co-player doesn't matter.
Co-player is useless. No point in co-player.
Co-players dead. Dun, 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 dun.
Let's say you have your next decor based on what you guys have done is going to be wrong tab. If you go into character tab, it's going to be Persona Humanities.
5.
As everyone knows, anime is very good culture. And you've made enough anime clubs to understand how culture works. You have a good understanding of the sorts of tastes these refined people have. You then also pick a stage, which tells you a stage is something you get for every 2 decors you have. You have 2 choices for a stage. You can either get 3 more skill points to put wherever you want, and if you want this one, tell me where you want those skill points put in, or you can just dump +3 into a single skill. And if so, tell me what skill you want to dump it in.
What was the first option again?
Do you want 3 skill points all in one, or do you want it split up? Was that the choice?
Big stretch. That's okay. No big deal. +3 in performance. Become the master of the doot. Split. So far the only option is really +3 performance.
Alright, that seems to be the only one if everyone else is...
Yeah.
Alright,
Well,
maximum
max
performance it is. Alright, if you'll look back, we have, on the character tab, we have +11 to our performance now.
Color rave going on the screen.
For reference, +11 is the maximum you can get without a stage. If you take a stage in it, you can get it up to +14, but otherwise, this is the highest anyone can go without it. So congratulations, you are canonically one of the best performers in the universe, galaxy, world, whatever your size is. Y is what's going on with the troll.
Trust me.
Should I? Should I though?
I'm
It's a
trustworthy.
professional. He knows what he's doing.
And one last thing. We get to roll the hit points. You get a 1. I'm going to reroll that 1. Another 5. Wonderful. What are you... Oh, I see what you're doing. For those of you not looking at the art stream, you should.
Tuba is now alive.
As you head out, at the top, not sure what to do anymore, you, at the very bottom of your dorm, which has grown considerably in size, It's maybe 12, 16, 20 times the height it was before. You see the Black King again, standing there menacingly, daring you to come down.
What about the frog?
What about the frog?
We gotta get a frog.
The Black King is putting chemicals in the water.
No, I mean like the timer specifically says frog alchemy first and then Black King, so I guess we just need to pretend that they're switched or something.
Yes. Don't try to change it. It will crash the stream again.
You see he dares to come down, and you see in his other hand a sparkly frog with stars in it. And he signs to you that if you want it, you're going to have to take it from him.
Hype him, play music for the frogs.
Alright, I gotta add something.
On that note, one of them I see is sniping him for it, so let's try that. That is, oh boy, I think this is the first time I am using the Black King stat line in 3E.
This is it, guys, the first completed 3E session.
And it's
I take
so
it back. We need to
fucking
cancel this. We should cancel the stream immediately. This.
What? Jules gonna die?
No. Oh god, Tuba
Ride
gets
the
to be the
Valkyries and use Rainbow Blast.
Tuba gets to be the very first 3E session completed. This is.
Yeah, this is both cursed and blessed at the same time.
King to dance off, play music to convince the frog it should rebel against the king.
Don't tie. There's guns on the tie. It's awful. It's an awful design. Let's see here.
Let's see. All right. Only one of these will not end in instant death for Tuba, so. All right, so you challenge the Black King to a dance-off. He takes a challenge. Huh.
We're doing a dance off with the Black King! Time for a performance, motherfuckers!
You successfully persuade the Black King to do a dance-off, and whoever wins gets control of the universe. That's how it works. You come back down your house, which takes a long time. The stairs have stacked up while you weren't looking. And the Black King, when you come down, has set up a boombox and a mat for breakdancing. And you get the feeling he might have misunderstood what a dance-off means, or he may have understood it perfectly, and you don't know which one is more terrifying.
Dance, Tuba, dance!
Does Tuba know how to breakdance?
Well, Tuba's got a fucking high performance, so who cares?
They can try.
That's how it ends. Not with a fight, but with a opposed gambit. Let's go.
I think it's an opposed gambit here.
It is, yeah.
Yeah.
Would it be
We get
performance?
intensive right now.
All right, I'm actually gonna, because otherwise this won't be all that interactive. All right, breakdancing. You sort of know how to do it. Do you want to be more? Actually, Tuba knows how to breakdance. Yeah. All right, let's get started. That is a. All right, so here's how. All right, so as you can probably tell in RPGStuck we have fights. We just have these things called. The Black King is actually dressed in. He has a gold chain, and you're not sure where he got that, and you're incredibly uncomfortable with the chain. The fact that he changed into shorts while you weren't looking, and that he wears a cap
pants.
backwards.
Parachute pants.
He's wearing shorts on top of parachute pants, and you wish you weren't here anymore. He also has gold teeth, and you don't know when that happened. You don't know when any of this happened. What the hell is going on?
Something beautiful.
The frog will be the judge, actually. The frog will decide who to go with, and you, since you challenged the king, have the first move. You rolled a 25. Now, here's how this works. The king gets to decide if he wants to take that bet and try to challenge you directly, or if he wants to concede this round and try for the next. Now, the Black King, being an utter bastard, decides he's going to skip. He concedes the round to you and go. And the first round goes to you, and he does his own. And he gets. Oh, God, I forgot. Oh, boy.
What did you do?
I forgot. The king has a he has a +10 to performance.
What?
Oh no!
I forgot I gave all the end game bosses very high stats.
Yeah,
This
but
may
you
actually
should get
be
a
a challenge.
malice because of the calculator prototype. The nerd added should reduce the performance.
There was no calculator. Shut up, that's lies. That's not real.
Remember, our quest is to fight math itself.
The king rolls a 28. Would you like to challenge that, or would you like to concede the round?
I can't believe you guys are getting your ass kicked by a calculator. I'm so disappointed in the whole lot of you.
Just... Is the king even real?
You really think I'm going to do that? At the end, I'm like, and you wake up, and you see a game in the mail, and it was all a dream.
I mean, it's an option. I know you're considering it.
All right. Challenge it is. Hey guys, remember what I said about passion and your space music? Would you like to use that?
Probably want to do that, guys. The roll without it.
I will remind you that if you use one of the rerolls, you not only get to reroll, you get a 1d8 on top. So you can go higher than 31.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, I don't know why I asked. Everyone was going to say yes. Oh, geez. That is a... 24.
Oof.
You try to keep up, but the frog calls the round in favor of the Black King this time. The score is now 2-1. First to 5 wins. The score is based on... Alright, so what happens in the post-gambit is whoever wins gets as many points as there were rolls made in the round. So you only got 1 point because the king decided to pass instead of trying to roll. So you only got 1 point, whereas we tried to beat the Black King's roll and failed. But 2 rolls still got made that round, so he got 2 points. And the first to 5 points wins the frog. Now, it's your turn again. You gotta be kidding me.
What is it?
Unilaterally calling for a reroll because of that one again.
Yeah.
Much better. 36.
Oh yeah.
The king sees your moves, nods, and concedes the round. The score's now even, 2-2. All right, the Black King has 17. Do we beat it or concede?
You want to try to beat a 17, guys?
We have pretty good odds.
Find the music they're dancing to. I want to vibe. Jerry, this is on you. Go find some rock and tuba.
I'm not crashing my computer again.
I swear, if the computer crashes in the middle of this thing there...
If the computer crashes in the middle of this, I'm just gonna rage quit. I'm not gonna restart the stream. I will actually rage quit.
If
We
the
will
computer
do the
crashes,
rest.
we just say the king won.
Contesting.
We're so close to the end. All right, you rolled a 20. The king thinks about it, and he likes his odds. He's going to try to beat that. The king is a real son of a bitch. He rolled a 21.
He went there.
How did he literally get a 21? He literally just beat it. All right, we're trying. Oh boy, that is a 29. The king concedes. That is, how many rolls did we do? 1, 2, 3.
I think we won.
You do a little spin as you get back up. The frog calls the challenge as being over. The Black King hangs his head in shame because he knows what's happening, and the frog announces it by signing about 3 seconds later. You have won the breakdancing competition. The frog is now yours.
We have acquired frog.
We have acquired the frog.
The Black King hangs his head in shame and then promptly disappears, never to be seen again.
Bruh.
Because he was math.
You finally proved it. Math does not exist.
Your phone suddenly vibrates and you check what's up with it. There's a notification from an unknown number saying that you have won the game. Have a good day.
Yeah, but what about the victory door?
Oh, for the speedrun? No, it's a glitch. I'm just kidding. You really thought there wouldn't be a victory. You take the frog and you realize...
Shoot it into sky with the power of the tuba.
You immediately put You started this with Worm Dad falling into the tuba, the Worm Dad that you never had, and you end it by shoving the frog into the tuba. You climb up your dorm to the very highest floor on the roof, and you play the tuba one last time as hard as you can, and the frog goes sailing straight into the sky. It sparkles and disappears from sight, and suddenly the sky starts turning bright as a door opens up. No, sorry, it doesn't open up. A door appears on the other side of the roof. The door is comprised of 2 panels and has a doorknob that glows blue.
To open the door and claim the ultimate reward.
More to
And
this.
that's it. 3 hours, 6 minutes, and 34 seconds.
We did it, guys. We beat the world record.
Press the button.
I did press the button.
Yeah, it's on a delay where
It's on quite a bit of a delay.
You'll
Yeah,
see it when it
like,
gets to
you press the button.
306.34.
Math is dead. We've won.
We did it!
It
No more
happened.
math. We've made a universe without math.
Oh, Lord.
actually, instead of opening the door, you take up your tuba one more time and you blast the door apart. It opens anyway because you're not going to be robbed of your victory at this point.
I don't care. It's frog percent, not door percent.
The door sucks you in, and you find yourself. I'll leave that up to you guys.
In a universe with no more math.
It can't be described because there is no more math. It's only music. It's always been music.
Always has.
Alright, you step through the door, and you gain all the XP. And I wish there was a more climactic way to end this, but that's it.
Yep. We did
You
it.
have, you have created a new universe, and all it took was your Worm Dad and your co-player.
Like everybody that you ever loved is dead. But you succeeded in eradicating math, so that's okay.
They'll understand.
Tuba's quest for math is now over.
And of course, we will be posting the completed tuba picture later in our Discord and probably also on Twitter.
Okay, that's it. Okay, so that's it for our stream. I did also say somewhere in the primer that once we were done, we would take. Did I say we would take questions? Well, we'll take questions if anyone has them.
Just out of curiosity, is anybody still here, like, from SAHCON and not from RPGStuck? Like, somebody who
Kinda
stuck it
curious.
through to the end through my 3 computer crashes? And
Everybody
isn't
that
already...
has stuck it through to the end, I highly appreciate you, and you're a wonderful person.
Thank you for putting up with our voices.
Yeah, thanks for being here.
Thank you for everything, really. You guys are amazing. Thank you for participating, and thank you for coming up with such a interesting character idea.
Now,
God,
since
Tuba's gonna be up there in the Hall of Fame.
Oh my god! There are
gonna be
people
a new
still
mascot.
here! Thank you all! Oh my god!
all right,
5 people
what
from
was it?
SAHCON. Thank you all for joining here. No, 6. Seriously, oh my god. Thank you for sticking around this long. Thank you for being here. If you have any questions about our system, I guess we can have a little panel Q&A here, or you can just ask questions in our help chat, which is in our Discord. We have like 1,000 members, and most of them are begging to freaking help people. We have a wonderful community, though I'm pretty biased. I help run it, and you know, thank you just so much for participating in our little experiment. We beat the Black King in 3 hours 3 hours ahead of schedule. So
We've done a
what's it?
very good job.
I will
Speedrunning.
say, this was, let's be honest, this is a lot more fun when you guys get to roll the dice and, maybe not everything about the character was to your liking. So RPGStuck, if you want to, get the docs, get your own copy of the character sheet, roll your character, and see what happens.
Yeah,
It's enough
you
fun
guys will
that
have much more control, and we'll have a lot more time to develop and role play and stuff, and it'll be fun. Trust me.
oh god,
it
no,
has been fun.
I don't feel good about the fact that this is a really bastardized version. Like, we sped things up immensely. There is a lot more to do. You can do just about anything you want. This one was pretty quick. Not everyone's suggestions got used. So yeah, play RPGStuck. Do what you want to do. Tell the story you want to make. And we've been here for about over 5 years at this point, so we must be doing something right.
At the very least, enough right to have people really, really like us. At least a handful of them.
And at the very least, there's 1,000 people there. We are primarily you have 1,000 Homestuck nerds in there, also tabletop nerds. A lot of people doing this just for the community, oddly enough.
Yeah, no, this isn't really much like an actual game of RPGStuck, but it is kind of a taste of what you might get, and a little bit of an idea of what you might be able to expect.
It's a lot more grounded and crazy at the same time. It's hard to describe. There's
Also,
more time
have
to.
plenty of people to talk to in your game. Your co-player, you don't have a single co-player that immediately dies.
You will actually have NPCs you care about besides Sock.
So
And
was great.
Wormdad. Losing
What
Wormdad
Wormdad?
was a true hit to the soul.
What worm that? There never was a worm death.
State.
I mean, he's right.
Worm that's gone. It was just a delusion created by your
Rip.
own imagination.
But
Okay.
yeah, I'll link the Discord, and I'll try to put these into a playlist because my computer crashed 3 times. There is actual character development most of the time. There is. And with that, I think I'll end it here. Saint's going to post this when he's done. And once again, thank you all for being here. Enjoy the rest of SAHCON. We didn't really fit into the time schedule, but you know what? Whatever, it was fun, regardless.
It was really fun working with you guys.
Yeah, we'll have to try to do this again sometime later, but better.
Yeah, without computer crashes, it'll be great.
Tuba is a beautiful Nepeta cosplaying Deku, cosplaying a JoJo character.
There we go. It's Decupeta. It's actually
Mhm.
And with that,